Jochen Rindt arrived at the 1970 German Grand Prix with momentum and some good luck, but unfortunately, this race proved to be the high water mark. The F1 circus was scheduled to go to the Nürburgring, but the Grand Prix Drivers Association refused to race at the Green Hell after circuit officials chose not to make the drivers' requested safety changes. This led to Hockenheim hosting its first F1 race, with only a few traits, like the stadium section, still recognizable today. Making the track over a mile longer than the current circuit is an almost oval loop that stretched out into the forest. Despite the flat-out Hockenheim track, drivers praised the safety upgrades made since Jim Clark's fatal accident that took place at the circuit just 2 years before.
Safety of the circuit, I think, is extremely good and probably the best circuit we've ever been to.
Point leader Rindt came into the race with 3 victories in a row in the dominant Lotus 72, but Ferrari was coming on and challenger Jackie Ickx was able to take pole with the flat V12 engine. Similar to Monza, the Speed Palace turned into a slipstream affair, with Ickx and Rindt battling it out. Joining the lead duo was rookie Clay Regazzoni, who led for the first time in his career before spinning off with gearbox troubles. Unable to break away from one another, Rindt and Ickx traded the lead over a dozen times during the 50-lap race before the championship leader led the final 2 laps and was able to hold off the Ferrari man by just 0.7 of a second. Another career first occurred in the Lotus camp, and that was Emerson Fittipaldi in the older 49C model scoring his first points. The Brazilian would prove crucial later in the season to the championship hopes of both Rindt and Lotus. As for Rindt, he labeled the race the hardest he had known, as he padded his World Championship lead to 20 points over Jack Brabham with 5 rounds left, and Ickx a whopping 35 points back. Sadly, this would prove to be the Austrian's final win. But it turns out the 45 points he scored through Hockenheim would be enough to make him a world champion.